Hello, my name is Dr. Colin Cross. I'm the founder of Genesis BioHealth, the developer of the Regenesis product line, and also the 9 principles for healthy living, or what we call the Regenesis diet. I'm here today to introduce myself and talk with you a little bit about my health journey, as well as the formation of our company. My background is that I'm a chemical physicist. I spent the first half of my career either directly performing R&D or managing R&D, and then more recently I've become a subject matter expert, and I lead a team of other global subject matter experts. And my health journey really begins in my mid-30s, around 1996, where I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and then really had some chronic gastric issues resulting in exploratory abdominal surgery and the removal of part of my intestine. At the time, I didn't realize those things were connected. I now believe that they are. But in those days, working under the care of my physicians, I took my diabetes and heart disease very seriously. At one point, my endocrinologist told me, "Dr. Cross, we wish all of our patients took this as seriously as you do. You're really a model patient." And the reason that she said that is because all my numbers on paper I had through diet and exercise normalized those numbers, and eventually I got off all my medications. And I did that in the traditional way. I experimented with a number of diets, the Sugar Busters diet, the Zone diet, the Mediterranean diet, the Atkins diet. I tried all these diets, and they all worked. I lost weight, I became more active, and my numbers on paper looked great. The problem is for me, they were not sustainable. And so after more than a decade, I really had kind of begun to backslide. I had to go back onto some of my medications. Even though I remained true to the core of my initial lifestyle changes, it just became harder and harder for me to maintain them. But more importantly, my health had begun to deteriorate in other ways that were not necessarily measurable by my doctors. Namely, my dental health had began to deteriorate. I lost one tooth. Another tooth had started to become loose in my mouth. My gum lines were not healthy, even though I tried everything. I developed chronic aches and pains throughout large amounts of my body. And then it really got serious. I got chronic sinusitis and had to undergo a series of 3 surgeries to correct the sinus problems that I had. And after that, I really never was able to really feel that good again. I was constantly getting sick. 2 to 3 times per year I would have to take antibiotics. The sinusitis, while it had been better, it always tried to come back. I never felt like I had any energy, and oftentimes just each week was just really a struggle to try to get through it. And at some point I really began to wonder whether I was going to be able to make it to my retirement, and even if I did, whether I was going to be able to enjoy my retirement, because I just never felt very good. It was at that point I decided to return to my roots as a structural biophysicist and start to look at the more recent developments in structural biochemistry surrounding nutrition. And at that time I came across an article for a newly discovered vitamin called vitamin K2-MK4, and read about how it had really important ability to activate a wide number of enzymes that were key in the regulation of the immune system, the skeletal system, the nervous system, really kind of a master hormone. And as I began to study more and more about the human clinical trials and animal trials surrounding this vitamin and the other vitamins that it works in concert with and other nutrients, I began to believe that I was suffering from really a set of very selective nutrient deprivations that had led to the long-term decline in my health and many of these other issues. And so this is when I began to make the early formulations of Regenesis and try to put many of these nutrients into a single capsule so that it would be easy and convenient. And when I started doing this, using myself as my first test subject, I began to realize that something really good was going on, and I got very, very rapid results. First in my gums and in my teeth getting tighter in my mouth, but later on extending to most all my other ailments. I then realized that my experiences alone were really not sufficient to draw conclusions, and so I began to recruit really anybody I could, my family, my friends, my neighbors, my associates, people on the street, whoever I could that was interested in trying these 9 principles, because it's really a holistic way that we use to try to get at activating the ability of the body to regenerate its cells. Regeneration is what led to regenesis, which really we see as the opposite of degeneration, because we had degenerated, and so now we wanted to regenerate, and we wanted to study that. And so we started our little trial and began giving vitamins to anybody who was interested. And at some point my wife said, "Colin, you just can't give vitamins to everybody. We're going to go into the poorhouse." So at that point we started Genesis BioHealth, our company, to supply these things because the demand was growing. Since that time, we've had clients all over the world join our company, and we're very happy that they've done that. We monitor their cases, and many of these people who are able to achieve the 9 principles that we talk about have had really nice improvements to their life, to their health, to their energy levels. And so, we feel that what we've done has been a big success, and we are now in a position that we want to talk more widely about it and try to grow our company. So we hope that you'll stay with us if you're interested. Follow us on Facebook or visit our website, www.genesis-biohealth.com. As we go forward, we'll be talking more about the 9 principles for our clients and what it is that we've done to improve our health, and we hope that others will be interested and follow what we do. Thank you very much. Goodbye.